It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories. And the front lines for both teams tonight, powerful, explosive. Shaq, what's the key these days to building a great front court?
Well, the more versatile, the better. But it's more about skill and brute strength. You know I'm about skill and brute strength. I was the most skillful and brutally strong guy ever to play the game.
It's right, you are brutal.
What's so funny?
That, front court guys need to change ends. That's what's funny to me, Shaq, and nothing else. I just tell you right now, nothing else is funny to me.
You want me to show you how strong I am? I'll flip this table over right now.
I believe you could. I believe you could.
What you looking at, Ernie?
Not much.
Oh.
All right.
It's on. It's on.
I see Ernie.
And here's Kevin Harlan. Here's Kevin Harlan.
I'll see you in the locker room, Ernie.
And now your Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. Standing 6'1", number 9, Rajon Rondo. At the other guard position, standing 6'6", number 14, Damian Lillard. At center, standing 6'11", number 0, DeMarcus Cousins. At small forward, standing 6'8", number 6, LeBron James. At the other forward position, standing 6'10", number 23, Anthony Davis. The head coach of your home team is Luke Walton. Ladies and gentlemen, your Los Angeles Lakers.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. So for the Lakers, their last game a win against the Trailblazers in Portland. Guys, kind of a battle there. They pulled out a 4-point win, though.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
And that's what it comes down to, execution, especially when you're on the road. Can you follow your game plan? I thought they were awesome in that game.
Tip-off goes to Houston. And the Houston Rockets starting 5. They've got Clint Capella, Gerald Green out there with Kenneth Faried. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Harden in at the shooting guard position. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the two teams.
Two conference foes, guys, looking to take game 1 tonight. Yeah, very interesting to see who can land the first blow.
In the corner, it's Westbrook. And a miss there on the triple.
And with everything that Anthony Davis does on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages, he does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
And with Anthony Davis, the stat lines, Greg, he can post on any given night are just absurd.
Really, Davis still strong defensively, but he really impacts every facet of the game. One of the rare players who can carry a team on both ends of the floor. There just aren't many great players that can lead a team to a championship, but I think Davis is of that mold.
That's good from Green.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
That one misses. Well, Greg, you knew that the Laker front office and Magic were going to do everything they could to bring in big-name free agents, and they succeeded. They got the biggest name of them all in LeBron.
LeBron coming to L.A. completely shifts the mindset of this organization. Team was very busy the rest of the free agent period as well. Still made very aggressive plays as this is a team that is looking to win now.
Here's Rondo. James Harden picking up that last basket. Davis. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. The Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I had a chance to catch up with Luke Walton. The one point of emphasis was this is a fast team that they're playing. Their goal is to try and force them into the half court and not to let them run in transition. We'll see if it's successful, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
And Green is a world-class sniper, laser, an excellent shooter. Great at getting his puppy set on these shots from deep.
Now, here is Harden. He had 19 points in the win against New Orleans. Green, the pass to Capella. Goes up again, and it's good on the way in.
Hey, you got to put a body on Capella. I mean, he's a tenacious offensive rebounder and does a nice job using his body.
Rondo, bounce pass. Here's LeBron. It's good. LeBron's got his first points of the game.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Harden kicks to Westbrook. Dishes to Capella. Fareed the pass to Harden. Lob pass to Capella. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And there's Green on the assist by LeBron. Green's got 6.
An almost perfect start to this game. 4 for 5. They're rolling.
Green against Harden. The shot comes out, and the Lakers going the other way now.
Not a lot going his way. Everything he's shooting is just off the mark. I mean, somehow he's got to figure out a way to turn it around.
Now here's LeBron. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Harden kicks to Westbrook. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. One of the buzzwords we hear all the time now, Clark, two-way player. But when you were out there, everyone had to be, it seemed to me, a two-way player.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's interesting when you see some of these terms that come into vogue. There's not much that's new under the sun in terms of the game. And clearly, two-way players were as valued in the past, even before me, as they are now. I just think it's part of the language of the game now where it's more prevalent. You know, you look at most winning teams in this league, and there's no denying they have an identity, who they are and how they play consistently. The Rockets fall into that category, a defined style of play and pieces that fit pretty well.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Here's Westbrook, following the basket by Anthony Davis. The shot's good from Westbrook. He's got 5. And Clark, talk about the Rockets' identity, their style of play.
Yeah, it's all about the analytics, quite honestly. They're looking for drives and three-point field goals. Constant pressure on the defense. The long-range ball spaces the floor, and defensively they're going to try to switch and keep the ball in front and deny the same three-pointers they're looking for at their offensive end from the opposition.
Jacks up a 3, and the rebound goes to the Rockets. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And, you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
Here's Caldwell Pope following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Here is Cook, defended by Gordon, and he makes that one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And the Rockets with possession here after the basket by the Lakers. Here's Westbrook. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Lakers leading by 3. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Caldwell Pope's got his first 3 points of the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Now here's Westbrook. Over Cook. Sinks the 15-footer. Westbrook's got 9.
Yeah, those shots are taken totally in rhythm, high percentage quality shots, and really getting whatever he wants.
Cook kicks to Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Kuzma not only has great skill, but his balance is so good. Even when he gets bumped around, he still finds a way to score.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
It was a little bit of a battle for him all season long. Last year, only shooting about 71%.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Young comes in for Davis, and it's Avery Bradley in for Caldwell Pope. The Rockets also changing it up. House is checked in, and a jumper in there for Russell Westbrook. Free throw good, Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma is a guy who burst on the scene during his rookie year and is a fun player to watch. He's a guy that really has an outstanding all-around game.
Gordon against Young. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Over Young. No good on the last second attempt there. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Los Angeles on top, up 7. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Yeah, nice beginning so far. This is how you play out of the gate.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. They've got Austin Rivers. He's out there at the Mon Shumpert. E.J. Tucker is out there with Gordon. And it's House in at the power forward position. Bradley can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 4. Shumpert dishes to Gordon. Over Young. Rebound by JaVale McGee. And Los Angeles guys shooting wonderfully up to this point. 67%.
Well, in case anybody doubted it, the Lakers are still a premier destination for free agents. I mean, L.A. is L.A. Historically, the Lakers have done a good job making the most of the attraction of playing in L.A.
Now, here's Tucker. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Shumpert. They get it again, and the pass to House. And another 3 for Houston.
That's just unselfish basketball by Tucker, making the extra pass to set up his teammate.
And the Lakers will seemingly always be a player in free agency.
Well, I think a big part of it is the appeal of the city and the glamour that comes with being in L.A., and not to mention the historical greatness of the franchise. I mean, the Lakers are a unique organization, not just in the NBA, but I think in all of sports.
Here's Gordon after the basket by the Lakers. Outside jumper. Releases. And that one hits back iron. And it's Cook with the ball for Los Angeles. Leading by 5. And Kuzma slams it in.
And, I think Kuzma's the kind of guy you've got to push out of the paint. When you don't, this is what happened.
Rivers finds Shumpert. Bradley against Rivers. Back to Shumpert. Houston needs to get a shot off. Here's Tucker. Not enough on that one as it misses. Los Angeles leading by 7. Kuzma passes to Cook. Back to Kuzma. Kicks it to McGee. Goes back up. And there's a nice layup by Kuzma. And it's a 9-point Laker lead.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. The dribble drive has never gone out of style. Still a primary weapon when you think about some of the guys who are best at that. Who comes to mind, Clark?
Man, there are a lot of guys that convert off the bounce at a high level. LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, one of the very best. I don't know if anybody has a handle as sweet as his. Harden is terrific off the dribble with the drive or the pull-up jump shot. Dennis Schroeder, maybe not of the ilk of those guys, but certainly a handful when he's got the ball in his hands with a live dribble.
Group substitution here for the Lakers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. LeBron comes in for Nick Young. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Avery Bradley. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Quinn Cook. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from James Harden.
Boy, so crafty a player is James Harden. I mean, when he gets inside, he finds all kinds of ways and manner in which to score.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now here's LeBron. Outside for Caldwell-Pope. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Here's Kuzma. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense from Fareed. In the corner, Harden. And another 3 for Houston.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Los Angeles leading by 3. And Russell Westbrook. He is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation?
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fire, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
He's yet to hit another 3 after nailing one in the first, but I don't think that's going to stop him from shooting.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Yeah, and those illegal screens have really become a point of emphasis for the officials.
And it seems like they've been more than willing to crack down on those. Makes it tough to get as physical as you'd like to out there.
And Anthony Davis is checked in for Los Angeles. Harden kicks to Westbrook. Houston moving it around. Inside, Capella, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got his second basket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Rondo finds Cousins. Now here's Davis. 29 seconds left now here in the second. And he banks in the layup. And the Lakers lead by 2. And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. There's 21 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Off target from outside. In the corner, Harden. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And he drains the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to get the call right, and the league is taking steps to speed the process with the Replay Review Center in Secaucus queuing up the footage for the officials.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. And if it's so close that you can't tell by the naked eye, might as well go to the slow-mo.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. The Lakers did not hesitate to set the pace. You could see the daggers in their eyes as they went on a 10-4 run to start things off. By the end of the first quarter, their lead was 7. In the second period, they lost some momentum but fought their way through it, ending the half ahead by 2. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, the offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
The three-point shot has really, really helped them out. I don't always like to see teams rely on the three, but when it's dropping like that, I say roll with it. They keep setting good screens. Running these pick and rolls, they'll be tough to beat.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, you know, good things happen when he cuts to the rim, Greg, and you cut into the heart of the defense like that, makes things easy.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Lakers. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Davis. Then it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Green. And it's James in at the small forward. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Lakers leading by 4.
Well, we know Luke Walton comes from the Warriors coaching system, was an assistant there prior to taking this Lakers position, and known for his sharpness as an offensive coach.
And Green gets it to go.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
Harden against Green. And James Harden, good for 3. Harden's got 13. And with the Lakers wanting to play more up-tempo, it makes sense to have Walton guide the ship.
Yeah, I agree with you because he's knowledgeable, played on some really good teams, championship caliber teams. I think as he grows as a coach and as this team grows together, they could be quite a group.
And yes, it's good. And that's now 6 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
And, you know, DeMarcus Cousins is used to playing through contact. I mean, he's excellent at overwhelming the defense with his strength.
Green, the pass to Harden. To the paint, here's Fareed.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Pass to Davis, 17-foot shot on the way.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Down low. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. To the inside, James. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists in the game. Timeout called, the Rockets.
Well, you know, one of the things about Mike D'Antoni is that he's an excellent offensive mind, but he gives his players so much confidence. His defensive reputation is not as strong, but with the Rockets last season, they actually were a lockdown team at times. D'Antoni answering those critics about not being a defensive-minded coach.
Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Cousins. Young comes in for James. And Bradley's subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Got that bucket in no time at all. And it's 6 points for Iman Shumpert. And D'Antoni back in the catbird seat after some difficult seasons with the Knicks and the Lakers.
Yeah, I love Mike D'Antoni. Love how he comments and interacts with the media and how he handles his team. He's got a team committed to shooting the long ball, and he gives his players a lot of freedom and confidence.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Bradley against Rivers. Shoots over Bradley. Shot is good and the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to 1 on the bucket from Rivers.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
And McGee kicks to Green. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Davis has got 4 points in the quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Now here's Shumpert. He has 6. Outside, Davis. Young, right side. Back to Davis, and it's slammed in by Davis.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down, and he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Rivers against Bradley. Passes it to Gordon from deep, and again it's the Rockets from deep.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And Austin Rivers out of Duke, an elusive 6'4" combo guard.
I mean, a great handle, and he's found most of his offensive success with this development as a long-range shooter. It's gotten to the point now where you want him to put it on the deck.
Game this year, out of control, caused by 6 years. Flow from my peaks and gears. know we taking live on stage to new levels this year. Not here to chase fans, I'm here to rock the people. Feel my band, connect dots across the land. Live on stage. Live on stage. And now cuts into Alchemist instrumental.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Caldwell Pope comes in for Danny Green.
Kentavious Cole.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Bradley dishes to Caldwell Pope. They get a hand on it. Gordon with it. For the lead. And another three for Houston.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Bradley kicks to McGee. Bradley deciding where to go with it. Pass to Kuzma. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Houston.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
To the middle to end the run, and he lays it up and in. Kuzma's got 13 points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Timeout called, the Rockets. And no doubt that the steal of the 2017 draft was Kyle Kuzma, taken 27th overall.
Hey, people get all hung up about where guys are drafted and how they end up playing either below or above their draft position. Hey, this thing is more art than science. We've seen it for decades. Guys fall, guys rise, and then production isn't commensurate with where they were drafted. Hey, more art than science. And Kuzma is a big-time baller. He just happened to be drafted later than he should have been.
With that nigga sound, I be coming famous, I love it. I got wanna be out in public, in the Escalade with the showing. Up and down and up they going. Ooh, I'm ballin' like baby. These they wanna have my baby. Nah, 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 fresh like mayonnaise. They can't stand me. I'm big time. I'm big time. Big time, man. Big time.
And the Lakers making a change here. Cousins is checked in.
And let's take a moment to look at some stats for Anthony Davis. Last season, he played outstanding. Last year, checking in at 28 points per game, 11 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. And his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboards.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Rockets.
You know, one of the big stories has been the three ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
You know, James Harden, the leading isolation scorer in the league for the last 3 years plus. He's taken it to a whole new level, almost 12 points a game in isolation in 2018, and his efficiency, the best in the game, is off the charts.
Now, here's Cousins. 6 points for him. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Avery Bradley. And a switch here also for Houston. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Rivers. Rockets leading by 5. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Westbrook. And that's now 18 points for James Harden.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Davis. It counts, and the foul. That one's on Eric Gordon.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kill, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
One shot, find the lanes.
Six seconds left to play here in the third. Harden inside the three-point line. And it's in. Oh, wow. He nails the buzzer beater.
Great awareness of the clock to end the quarter.
That's just really good clock management there. I mean, that's how you close a quarter.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. The Rockets on top. They're up by 4. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Russell Westbrook out there with Harden. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Kenneth Faried. And it's Green in at the 3 slot. Rondo kicks to Cousins. Rondo against Green. Feeds it to Davis. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
There's a nuance to the passing skill of Rondo. He just is able to whip that ball around to the open man.
Harden finds Westbrook. No good on the triple. The Lakers trail. Outside for Rondo. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Harden the pass to Faried, and the dunk by Faried.
Well, you got to admire the precise passing of Harden. All he needs is a little crack to thread the needle.
There's the pass to Caldwell Pope. A 3-pointer off the mark. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Houston. Now the dish to Harden. No good that time. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Here's James. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, the big story in the offseason was LeBron's free agency. You knew that there would be a ton of rumors flying around about where he might end up. Honestly, I'm sure he's glad it's over with and can once again focus on the court.
He misses the free throw. And for LeBron, it's really about the media circus, Greg, that surrounds him when he's a free agent.
And boy, it's hard because his free agency is the story in the NBA. Honestly, maybe the story in sports. The decision he made with this team completely shaped and shifted the outlook of the entire league. All other free agents and teams were just waiting to see what he'd do before the dominoes start to fall.
And Greg, what else is there to say about LeBron, one of the best to ever play the game?
I mean, he's been the face of the league for so long, and he's done a tremendous justice to that title. Has always played with so many expectations and really has met every single one of them. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see a guy like LeBron in the NBA, and he's truly been a generational talent.
To the inside, a flawless finish on the alley-oop, and the Rockets lead by 2.
Oh my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
And you know that's right. I mean, he's looking to put his stamp all over this game.
Now here's Harden. Back to Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Over Rondo. Westbrook with the bucket.
And I think they're winning because of him. I mean, he's hitting a lot of his shots right now.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. James with the bucket.
Man, you got to respect and appreciate how polished LeBron is inside. I mean, he really excels at creating opportunities for himself close to the rim.
Now here's Westbrook. To the middle. Here's Capella. And the rejection by Cousins. Loads it up for Davis. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned, in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ball game.
And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got assist number 5 here tonight. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And Capella sends it back.
And every season, Capella has improved as a shot blocker. Timing, awareness, recognition. He's really good at erasing shot attempts.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there. As they have, I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And the Lakers making a change here. Kuzma's checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. He told his guys they've got the green light to keep shooting from downtown. He told them, I like the way you guys are working out there. Keep finding the open spaces on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots. And we'll see if they step it up from here, guys.
And here's Rondo, following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Green finds Cousins. Westbrook against Rondo. Lock at 6. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Houston.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
Here's Rondo, following the basket by Kenneth Faried. James kicks to Cousins. Pass to Kuzma. And that one drops.
Kyle Kuzma showing you the killer instinct, which oftentimes is really special, showing you how valuable he is.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
Now here's Harden. Inside and stolen by Kuzma. Cousins against Capella.
That's just an incredible find coming from the big man. No debating Cousins' smarts on the court. He picks out a pass there that not many guys would have seen.
Harden inside the three-point line, and that one goes long.
Tell you, that is not what they want. A contested jump shot, the defense right on it. You need to get a better shot than that.
LeBron against Green. LeBron kicks to Cousins. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And it's a 10-point Laker lead.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down by 10. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Y'all squad wannabes, y'all really not them. Whoa, I know you see me grinding. I don't ride no rollie, cause my time is timeless. Why you tricking off racks on that? I'm tucking money in the safe for my kid, and I'm good in the hood. Never tell that girl the truth, I'ma lie to her. Word to my baby mama, see us where I wasn't. But I'm the father of the year, and she'll tell you I'm him. New Drake, I am way above the rim. Pool full up, then I'ma take a swim. If she ain't texting about no money, I ain't reading it. I'ma get some then I'm a girl, I ain't need you. Oh, I'm ballin' like baby. They wanna have my baby. Nah, fresh like mayonnaise.
There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Will it go? It's hauled in by LeBron. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.